So, and this brings us to, we have spoken a lot about bleach already, but I had here the topic around it. Maybe we can move faster through the topic since a lot of the topics have been covered. Um, I think why it's so common on the soft wash world is because it just works. That's the reality. Instant, instant, cheap. Um, Especially on the drone side, you can just spray it from 10 feet out, and it's almost instant. Of course, there are risks associated with the use of bleach. Um, of course, PV modules, don't do it. Please don't. You will be avoiding the warranty of your modules, or your customers' modules. Um, Metal structures, be very mindful of where you are using it. Any exposed rivets, bolts, screws, any metal that is not painted or anodized or treated, it will be attacked by bleach. Natural rubber also will be attacked by bleach. Silicone, if it's silicone on the windows, no worries. But for example, the black seals that were, especially in the 90s, in the 90s, were quite common to be used as a seal for the window. That rubber is attacked by bleach. Bleach oxidizes that rubber, and you can start to see the black dust coming off of it. So be mindful if it's an older house, an older building, spraying bleach on those seals, it's a problem. It's a problem, and they can start to crack. It's an issue. Modern windows with silicone, it's usually it's not an issue, but bleaching windows is most of the times not needed. There are other solutions like the glass cleaning agent that make more sense. Um, yes, Amir.
Yeah, I can speak to that a little bit. So, yes, on all your points. The thing is, when you're dealing with, 12.5% sodium hypochlorite, you have to respect it. You have to
Yeah, for
respect
sure,
it.
for sure.
And there's guys, I've seen guys take straight bleach to the face and they're running for the water. Like, some guys keep a water bottle on because you can do a water bottle quicker than anything else. It'll make you go blind, right? So you've got to be careful. I've seen it where you're spraying, wind changes, and now you're taking a bleach shower. That's why guys wear full suits sometimes, respirator, full mask, if they're going to be spraying and taking a bleach bath. Um, when it comes down to windows, guys will, like, if there's organic growth, they'll hit it with no more than maybe 1%. And when I'm saying
Mhm.
1%, that's on our proportioner, right? So our soft wash machines have proportioners. Y'all can Google what a soft wash proportioner looks like, but basically, it's a manifold with dials, and you can dial in the amount of water, chemicals, soap, whatever you want to do, and you can mix however whatever ratio is going to work for you. For windows, we typically they don't go higher than 1% on the bleach, so
Mhm.
very, very, very low bleach. The thing with windows also are, like, for instance, let's say I'm not cleaning the windows, I'm just cleaning the facade. Well, before we
Mhm.
spray bleach, we pre-wet the windows, and especially here in Texas, it's hot. The sun is bright. That surface is hot. If you hit that with bleach, you're gonna flash that window. That's what we call it. You're gonna flash that window. And if it's on a hot day and you flashed it dry, you might not be able to fix that window and bring it back to what it was. And now you're in big trouble. Um, so with anywhere on windows, you got to pre-wet. And then what we do is, it's harder with a drone because you're at height now. Um, but you work in sections with the drone. You only do maybe 2 floors at a time. You don't do the whole side at once, right? So with the from the ground game, right? Going back to like the drone is a tool. The drone is for height work. Like you shouldn't use a drone for a 1-story building. Use your gun for a 1-story building. But we're always doing property protection, right? So that's what we call property protection, is for the landscaping, the windows, and the metal, all the things you just said. So if you watch some of my videos, you'll see guys in the background that look like they're just spraying water on everything. Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. They're spraying water on everything because dilution is your friend. And so as we're spraying the building, one guy's going to be hitting the windows, and we make sure that we hit the windows absolutely every time afterwards. My first big job that I did, it wasn't window cleaning. It was cleaning the building. Well, I did an absolute crappy job of rinsing the windows. And on big commercial jobs, I always go back the next morning to look at it. Thank goodness I went back the next morning. Thank goodness it was on a Sunday when nobody was in the office. And I had to go get my trailer, and I had to go borrow my friend's son because he's like 6'6" and I didn't have my ladder. And we had to literally rinse every one of those windows all over again. It took me another 3 hours that day to rinse all the windows again because I didn't do a good job. I learned my lesson. That will never happen again. So yeah, I almost ruined the windows on this office building. If I had not caught my mistake, went back and rinsed it. So after that, trust me, we usually spend 3 times longer rinsing than cleaning. Like we're gonna spend way more time rinsing than we are actually cleaning, because you have to use bleach, and SH is just a beast. It is a beast of a chemical, and you got to respect it.
Yeah, for sure. And that's why we don't even try to compete with bleach. It's not possible.
Right.
And we warn as much as we can about the use of bleach. It's a great product. It's a great tool to have, but you need to be really mindful of what you are doing, because you can become liable for damage very easily, very, very easily.
Not just that, but you get that in your eyes. I mean, you get 12.5% bleach on your skin. It's gonna start burning. I promise you, it's gonna start burning. It's a caustic chemical. It's a caustic chemical. You
Yeah, yeah,
have to respect it.
yeah,
And also something you're using bleach, something you have to do anyway, but especially with bleach, maintain your drone. Rinse your drone
sure.
afterwards.
Oh, that's a great point.
But
Great point. Because you get a lot of you're gonna get a lot of overspray on the front of the drone, and if the bleach starts getting anywhere inside your motors, your coils, it's gonna start absolutely rusting all that out. So I've developed my own process. I'm a little OCD about it, but what I found best, if you have sprayed bleach on your equipment, use a 50-50 vinegar water base mix, just vinegar and water.
To
And
neutralize the bleach.
and I just spray the drone down, and I get Q-tips, and I work with Q-tips in every little nook and cranny, and then I spray water on it. Then I dry it all out, and then I'll use a little air compressor, like not the big ones, but like the ones for your keyboards on your office, and just kind of blow out all the water and little SH out of the metal components. And so it takes me about 45 minutes. It's like I call it my drone detailing job. I joke to my other buddies. That you get your car detailed. Hey, you can pay me $150 and I'll come detail your drone for you. And but yeah, you have to, like, the guys who are super busy and you're doing 3 jobs a week, it's gonna get hard. And then that's where you get lazy. But one of the things I also do after a job, because I might not clean it that day, but if I've used bleach, I never put it away that day. I make sure that it's outside of the case and it airs out for like 24 hours, and then I clean it the next day. You don't want to put that thing with bleach on it and put it back with the foam and then put it back into a trapped environment.
Yeah, I want the chlorine to evaporate for sure.
Correct. Yeah, so the great point, Kim, to bring up drone maintenance after a job.
Yeah, and that's and even your equipment. because your hose reel,
Yep.
once it gets bleached, you'll probably just use that reel for bleach, because
Yeah, yeah, you're right. And
for
we rinse off
example,
our trailer. We rinse off the trailer, Bruno, to your point, and we
mhm,
run water through all the pumps and everything. And then a lot of guys here believe in neutralizer. They'll create a 5-gallon batch of neutralizer, and then they'll run the
mhm.
neutralizer all through their pumps and their equipment and their hoses after every job, just to run neutralizer through it as well.
All right. Yeah. Good tip.
Yeah, well, for talking about neutralizer is it's something that we are planning to add to the range. No, especially for the plant side to protect
Yes.
gardens and the flowers and all that. Something that you can spray before and after using bleach,
Yes.
um, to protect it.
Yeah. There's some like NutriPods that you spray afterwards. And then
Mhm.
they also have these little pods for the gutter downspouts. You can put the
Yeah,
pods
yeah,
at the
yeah. I've
downspout
seen
so
it.
it can go over
I've seen
that.
it. I've seen it.
And then they also have a product that you spray before you clean because it's activated by bleach. So then you don't have to do
Hmm.
it afterwards. You actually spray it before. Most guys don't prefer that. Most guys like to spray it afterwards before they walk away. Um, and it's actually a selling point to your customer. Hey, Mr. Customer, the other guy doesn't care about your plants. I care about your plants. So I'm going to neutralize everything afterwards.
Um, Even if it's not true that the guy doesn't
Even
care,
if,
but
hey, I'm
yeah,
sales, 30 years sales, man. You
oh,
gotta sell.
whatever gets you through the door.